So it's a nice, beautiful, and heavenly morning out today, which makes me wonder, heaven. Did the ancient Greeks believe in heaven or hell? Well, in a way, yes. They believed in a version of heaven, which, you can think of the Olympians, but only the immortals got to go to Mount Olympus and up to, live with the Olympians, hence the term. However, there is the Underworld, or Hades, as it's commonly known as, named after the Greek god Hades. That's his domain. But another name is also Tartarus, but we'll get to that. So within the realm of the Underworld, or Hades, yes, you have, the river Styx, Lethe, etc., Cocytus, but when the actual plains in which the inhabitants live on, there are three. There's Asphodel Meadows, there's the Elysium Fields, and there's Tartarus. So the Asphodel Meadows, it's kind of ambiguous. We don't know if it's a field of asphodels, the flower, which is kind of nice, okay, kind of easy, or if it's the Asphodel Meadows, as in it is the ash meadows, because in ancient Greek, the words are kind of ambiguous between the flower and ash, at least in regard to the actual words used for the Asphodel Meadows. So if it's ash, it's kind of like a place of just, you're not in the worst place in the world, but you're not enjoying it. So think of like a purgatory, I guess you could say, which is where the majority of the inhabitants live, are in the Asphodel Meadows. So it's not a bad place, but it's not a particularly good place either. The Elysium Fields, now that's, the domain of Persephone, the wife of Hades. It's a nice place. It's basically the closest you can get to heaven in the underworld. That's where all the heroes live and stuff like that. The great, noble, valiant warriors and whatnot. Then you have Tartarus, which is the very bottom pits of Hades. This is where all the titans and the giants and stuff like that, anybody who fought against Zeus and the Olympians, that's where they're housed. That's where Kronos is imprisoned. So that's where the worst of the worst go. That's where the most powerful, creatures that, like I said, fought against Zeus and the Olympians are imprisoned. So yes, the ancient Greeks did believe in a version of heaven and hell, at least in, just not the same way as modern Christians and modern Abrahamic religions believe.